What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hollyland Lark 150. All the audio that you hear in this video is going to be recorded using it, so you know exactly what it sounds like. And I'm going to do my best to hopefully give you guys enough information to help you to determine whether or not this is the right system for you. So let's check it out. In the box, you get a really cool charging case, which we'll go over in just a minute. 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, 2 dead cats, a TRS cable, USB Type A to Type C charging cable, 2 lavalier mics, and a storage bag. The Hollyland Lark 150 has easily become my new favorite wireless audio system, and I've tested out a few of them. As a matter of fact, I'll be putting out a video soon that compares it to several other systems, so if you're not subscribed, now's the time to hit that button down below as well as that bell so you get notified. But I've enjoyed the Lark 150 enough to where I've even sold my Deity Connect wireless system because I just don't find myself using it as much anymore, and that's a much more expensive, considered to be pro-level wireless system. It's got built-in omnidirectional microphones on each transmitter, and the lavaliers actually have a pretty thin wire, which I really appreciate because some of my other systems have a pretty thick wire and it makes it harder to hide. But they're not too thin or flimsy where they feel like they're gonna break easy. One of my favorite features of the Lark 150 is the setup. As soon as you pull the units out of the case, they automatically power up and they begin to pair with each other, and you're ready to go in under 3 seconds. That's super convenient. You don't have to worry about searching for any kind of good channels or anything like that because it uses frequency hopping speed spectrum. That's a mouthful to say, but FHSS, and it scans over 8,000 times per second to look for the proper channel. So that way you know you always have a clean frequency, and if it senses anything incorrect, then it'll automatically switch over to another frequency before you ever even notice a problem. It's rated for 100 meters of stable signal, or 300 and some odd feet within line of sight. And I haven't gone out and tested to see if I can actually get 300 and some odd feet, but I can tell you I've used this over like the last month or so for quite a few different talking head or interview style videos, or just different run and gun situations where I'm following people around, and I've had no kind of issues at all with signal or dropouts. As a matter of fact, this is probably the most stable system that I've had, including more stable than my more expensive Deity Connect system. It's got under 5 milliseconds of latency, which is perfect for monitoring real-time audio. And trust me from experience, no matter what system you're using, you definitely should be monitoring your audio, especially if you're doing anything paid. You don't want to find out after the fact that you had audio problems. That will definitely make you look very unprofessional to a client. But with under 5 milliseconds of latency, that gives you real-time audio to where you're not going to hear any of that echo effect as you're monitoring audio. That just makes it difficult to immerse yourself in the scene. And then you're also not going to get any really noticeable lag between your audio and your video that you have to fix later in post. It's got 3 different mixing modes, which makes the Lark 150 very versatile. The first mixing mode is mono mode, which is basically where it takes both transmitters and mixes them down to a single mono signal. So basically what you hear is what you get. The second mixing mode is stereo mode, which is what I use most of the time when I'm recording more than one person. And what this does is it separates the 2 transmitters between left and right. That way in post you can be able to balance them out. So if you have one person that's talking too loud or one person that's talking too quietly, you can balance them and make it sound more natural. The final mixing mode is a really awesome feature of the Lark 150, and is something that's usually found in most higher end systems. It's safety mode. And what that does is it takes that same mono signal and it will put it on one channel, either left or right, and then it will drop it down 6 dBs and put it on the opposite channel. This is great for preventing clipping, so if you get a section where somebody clips audio, then you have that safety track to go back to and you can save your footage. They have 2-way mute capability, so you can mute the microphones from either the transmitters or the receiver, which is just super convenient. They are ultra compact and very lightweight. At the moment, they are the world's smallest transmitters out there. The receiver has a very nice OLED display that's easily readable outdoors, and super simple controls that makes this system very quick to get up and running. It's got a very nice magnetic charging case that can charge the transmitters in about 45 minutes and the receiver at about 65 minutes. But out of those charges, you're gonna get 4 hours of use of the transmitters and 7.5 hours of use on the receivers. And out of one single charge of the case, which takes about 2.5 hours, you're gonna get 2.5 charges of the transmitters and receiver. It can be charged via USB Type-C to USB Type-A, and this USB Type-C port is also used for firmware updates, although firmware updates are only available through PC at the moment and not available through Mac. But that shows you that because these are firmware updatable, they may add features down the road, which is really cool. My overall opinion of the Lark 150, I kind of gave it away in the beginning of this video when I said that it was easily my new favorite wireless system, but I wasn't lying when I said that, and there are many reasons for that. This is Hollyland's first adventure out into the audio worlds. They make a lot of wireless video transmitters and things like that, and they've built themselves a pretty good reputation as a result of that. And this is definitely a great step into the audio world because this system is just very easy and convenient to use. It's very simple to use. You always want to get up and running as fast as you can, and this allows you to do that. The fact that everything's charged in the case, and when you pull it out that it just powers up and pairs, and you can just hand it to the talent and get them mic'd up. It's just very fast and convenient. And the fact that it charges them is convenient because I always have the habit of not remembering to charge things, or I should say I overcharge things or charge them more often than I need to because I can never remember when's the last time I charged it. And so this, keeping them charged all the time and has indicators all over the place to let me know the battery life, just makes things very convenient. I like that it's all magnetic. You just drop it in there. The audio quality, again, in my opinion, is fantastic, especially for an under $1,000 system. If I had to complain about anything, it would probably be that the charging case is a little bit small, only in the fact that for the lavaliers and the other cables, I have to carry this storage bag around, and I wish they would have made the case a little bit bigger to be able to fit all this stuff inside. I wouldn't mind if it was, you know, a few inches longer to be able to carry everything conveniently in one case. If anything, by making it a little bit longer, they could have put a bigger battery in the case and you get more charges out of it. It does fit the TRS cable in there, so if all you need is just the transmitters with the built-in Omni mic, then you know that's perfectly fine, and you have a small case that makes things very convenient. Other than that, that's just kind of nitpicky. I mean, overall, I'm very pleased with this. I hope I gave you guys enough information to help you to determine whether or not this system is right for you. And if I didn't cover something that you need to know, because I always forget something, then let me know down in the comment section. I'll do my best to help you out. But other than that, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.